Alright everybody, how y'all doing today? Today is the reassemble of my gaming rig. Yes, I am happy to be putting it back together after I had to deal head on there and do a deep cleaning. And everything is all good to go. I'm just gonna go ahead on and talk about the parts and why I used them. Alright, enough of that then. Let's just go ahead on and do this. Now, the board that I choose is, alrighty, here is the Asus F2 A55-MLE. This is a FM2 motherboard. Why I chose it, because I do not go ahead on and play games like that. It's still basically used for my light working. I do some gaming off of it, and the games I play are RPGs and puzzle games. A little bit of Mortal Kombat here and there with my Warframe, as well as a couple of other good games I like to play. So it's a good long list, but the main games are RPG and puzzle games. Now, you see the Arctic fan on there because that's the Arctic 120 I had brought, and I had used that there to add on to the Contact Thermaltake Silent Contact 12. Now, and y'all know this is the white fans. Why I left them as white, because when the RGB reflects off them, it go ahead on and give it that radiant reflection off of it, which I really like. This is one reason why a lot of people, when they do their RGB builds, and if your case holds more fans, one section of the fans be white, so when the RGB hit the white blades, it go ahead on and give it that little radiant glow reflection off of it. So that makes it good. Now, if you have too much RGB in your system, it makes your system look sloppy. Here are my 6 hard drives. Yes, the Rosereal Spectra C100 holds 6 hard drives. I picked this case because I love it because of the hard drive quality it holds. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 expansion slots. Go ahead and give it some light up in here. There we go. 7 expansion slots. They got the 2 hard drive fronts up in front and 2 hard drive mounts up front, as well as your hard drive mounts in the back. You got your tie downs for your cable management, and it's good. Now the fan holds up to 4. Let me correct you. The case holds up to 6 120mm fans. Now you could go ahead on and add a 140mm, 2 140s up top. Now if you want to go with the AIO up top, you can. Now it says in the specs that you can go ahead and install a 360mm radiator up front, which is a good option as well too. You got one 120mm in the back. Now keep in mind, when you go ahead on and buy the Spectra C100 case, it already comes with 4 fans, 4 dual rings LED blue fans, which I had took out, and I put the up here 6 120mm case fans up front, and we have the Silverstone 80 plus bronze 600 watt power supply, as well as my USB 3.0 with the 3.0 front panel connected to it. And for the graphic card is the GTX 1060 3GB. Just like I said, it's a mid-level gaming card, so there's not too much you can throw at it, but everything is all good to go. As you know, ketchup and mustard cables. I know some of y'all hate them. In my case, it don't bother me. I can use both ketchup and mustard and all black cables. And if I want to use cable mods, I can, but I'm not too much into cable mods like that. So, but the ones who are, that's a good thing if you're doing theme builds. Here, I'm just doing a regular build. I don't do no custom theme belts. I just go ahead and do regular straight belts. And the only thing that goes on is my RGB fan. So other than that, we're good to go. And I'm ready to get on with this belt. So enough talking. Let's just go on with the reassemble. All right. All right, everybody, she is done. Great cable management, as you see. Now I'm on the micro ATX case. I know a lot of new builders now use ATX case, so they go ahead and fill up the space. One thing about me, and I'm just gonna come clean with it, I like to go ahead and have some room just to go ahead on and have my parts. Some of it finds it's a good thing, some of it finds it a negative, but I like to have room. Now, y'all see I still use the ketchup and mustard cables, which it do not bother me because I have a 600-watt Silverstone SST ST60FSG 80 plus 80 bronze. So that's a good thing. They got my thermotape solid contact 12, and they got my up here fans. Everything looking nice, good and clean. Now, basically, I just had to go ahead on and re-clean it because it was time for its cleaning. The GPU thermal paste was dried out, as well as the CPU thermal paste. Dust was developing on my fans. I had to blow all the dust off. Yes. And there was massive dust on the CPU cooler. Now, I know a lot of y'all like to go black, and y'all like to go ahead and mount out y'all cases with a lot of RGB. But here's the thing: the reason why I like the white, because when the RGB reflects on the right, it gives it that little reflected look, like it has RGB on the fans, but it don't. Now, what I'm going to do later on is I'm going to be replacing that Arctic F12. I will be buying another Arctic F12 to replace the Thermotape, because the Arctic F12, I think the RPM is 16 to 1800 on it. I'm not sure, but I will go double check that, and I'll be replacing that one up front here. Here, I think this Thermotape is like 15. The low is like 1200. So, but other than that, when the RGB reflects on the fans, it looks good. This is one reason why if you have cases that has a lot of fans like the Corsair 7000D, you can have your right fans going on the side, you can have your radiators up top, your RGB, and everything looking sleek. Now, if you got your RAM RGB and your CPU cooler RGB, then it comes sloppy. It's too much RGB in the case, and the builds look sloppy. Now, a lot of people like it like that. I personally don't like it like that. So now it does come with a smoke tinted tempered glass. I got to go get that as well clean, and I'll go ahead and give y'all the final take on it. All right, everybody, and she is done. Look at her, nice, looking sexy. Now, keep in mind, I did show y'all the inside of my PC build. Now, keep in mind, I did this for me. I ain't built this for nobody else. And y'all gotta keep that in mind. I do not like copying somebody else's stuff. Oh, but he used these parts. Let me go ahead on and buy those parts. Now, me saying that, if you want to go ahead on and buy the parts that any system integrator used, then go ahead on and do so. What I do is I sit down and I analyze out what I want my PC to do. Once I go ahead and pick the motherboard, the CPU, how much memory I wanted to push. Now, just keep in mind, this is a FM2 on DDR3, which I have no issues with. Now, the Asus motherboard, you can go to their website, you go ahead and pull up their specs. It do houses Windows 10, Windows 8.1 Pro, Windows 8, Windows 7, Professional, Windows 732. How much memory you want to push, how good you want your PC to push, that's up to you. That is always up to the PC user, is how much they want their PC to do. Now, keep in mind, I am on the A10 5800K. It is a 4-core, 4-thread processor, but keep this in mind. It is a accelerated processor unit. That means it has the IGPU inside the chip inside the CPU. So enough with that. It's just on the Radeon graphics. So enough with that. 2 cores automatically goes to the APU automatic. So by me saying that means that it goes, since it has the APU built into it, the 2 cores, 4 threads, that's what you're going to get from it. Now, you could go ahead and play light games with it. I don't expect y'all to play your high-end AAA games and esport games that requires massive frame refresh rate to go ahead and to go ahead and give you that good look of your computer graphics, CG. Now, enough said, this is a great build. It is a pain in the butt. Yes, I put it together. It weighs about, after everything inside, it weighs about damn near 30 to 50 damn pounds. But she's a beauty. And she's well worth the pain and trouble. Yes, she is. There you go with the fans up front. Removable case grill. So yes, just as I said, you can install a 360mm radiator and a 240 and a 280 up top. This case holds that. This is one reason why I chose this case, because of the features that it holds. Now, I'm not, just like I said, I am not a radiator fan, so I do not like using radiators. I can install them. They're just a pain in the butt cleaning them. And you gotta be careful in cleaning them, so you won't go ahead and tear up the wiring and the tubing and stuff. Alrighty, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for watching me do this build. We put together my gaming rig. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a wonderful and great day.